Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to another edition of Mary Sky Release video blog. I'm Mary Sky, also known as San Juan Island Prepper or Living Simply and Fun. I'm your host, Fleet Admiral Krabby McCoffee. Today, we're going to be talking about updates and more. So, first update, Chloe's coming to visit me on Monday. She's staying that Monday and Tuesday in a hostel. Yeah, amen to that, right? So I got home. I called Chloe. Called Zoe because Zoe wanted me to call, and all of a sudden on the radio, woo woo woo, 34-0. I'm like, yeah, right. So I go to a local news, OEN, Newsmax, Fox, 34-0 convicted. What does this mean? Well, as I told Higgins, they were going to convict the son of a bitch. It's just a matter of when. Now, for me, when I say son of a bitch, I say it out of love because I already told you in the previous video they could delay it, make him lose campaigning or whatever. Now, July 11th is when they're going to sentence him. They can send him to probation. They can sentence him to 34 counts of prison for 40 years. Who knows? But it looks like we have a real problem. Zoe was a witness. Zoe was with me on the phone when the radio came in when Chloe was doing a happy dance. Me, let me tell you what happened. So I got up today. I was listening to music and I decided to call Chloe. I called Chloe and I said, hey, all is well here. What's up with you? She's like, wow, I'm just upset. Hell's this and hell's that. And I finally turned around and checked my bank balance. I said, oh, money for Higgins, money for me. Now, Higgins, if you're watching this, I have a order for you. I'll be sending you a gift card soon. Now, we have a choice. MSI Claw, Lenovo Legion, or one of those micro PCs we've been talking about. So, you better get off your lazy ass and help me, okay? So, all of a sudden the news comes out, 34-0, and I'm thinking to myself, and then Higgins says, oh, they're not going to convict him. He can't be convicted. All over the news. Trump guilty on 34 felony charges. Wow. Chloe, of course, she's just going to get herself a nice little tasty hot dog over at the 7-Eleven. When she heard that, she walked into the 7-Eleven and I said, hey, do you hear the news, Chloe? And Chloe says, what? Trump charged 34-0. Chloe got it. Hey, yeah, I was getting a hot dog and to me, I'm walking to town. Okay, here's my story. So I'm walking to town. Moppy kept stopping me. I said, hurry up. I need to get to the brew. I need to go to the bank, to the brewery, to home. I don't want to miss anything on the trial. And then I said to myself, they ain't going to fucking convict him on day 2. They can't. It's just too short. So I go over and I pay the bills. Radio, rent, radio. I go over there. Maybe Chloe owes me $100 for the room, and then another $100 for the room. So then I'm talking to the guy who owns the hostel, and we're shooting the shit. And he's he misses Zoe. He's like, oh, Zoe is a character. Zoe's sweet. Zoe's cool. Zoe's awesome. So when he leaves, I'm sitting there. I'm like, okay. So I'm sitting there, and I got this little paper bag, right? And it's got my Philly cheesesteak sandwich in it. And I go in, and the guy says, here you go. He puts it in, and the entire thing explodes. Box and all explodes all over this paper bag. The owner looks at me and says, hey, ma'am, you're the one with the dog that supposedly pooped in the store. You can come back. I was like, okay. He's like, well, what happened to your food bag? I said, the food exploded inside. He looked at me and he says, oh, well, come back tomorrow and I'll give you a fresh sandwich on my dime, right? So I was like, okay. And then the guy tells me today, if they convict 34-0, which is highly unlikely, I'm going to buy you 8 of our tall beers. I was like, oh, you're on, man. You're on, because I drank 8 of them today. He's like, oh, they won't do it. Well, he messaged me, 34-0, I owe you 8 beers. I said, all right, yeah, you owe me 8 beers, man. I'm cashing in tomorrow when I come to town. Well, I told Zoe this too. Meanwhile, the owner sent him a message. A little reminder, I owe her a sandwich. Well, my sandwich exploded, so I just threw the bag in the damn trash and left. They're like, why'd you throw it in the trash? Because I'm not going to have my food contaminated with poo particles while I'm in the bathroom after it exploded. So he's like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, yeah. You guys could basically contain this. We'd have no problem. So I decided to. So I leave the brewery and I'm walking along and people are talking and I was like, ran into some tourists and they're like, what time's the house go by? Whatever. So I walk past and I keep going. So I stop. And then I decide, okay, I'm going to go into one of me and Zoe's favorite place. The lady looks at me, hey, where's your friend at? Homeless shelter, Pittsburgh, code word. Where's she really at? So I tell her. She gives me a discount on a sandwich, and I said, yeah. I said, I need to get home. She said, what? Need to monitor the damn channels for the rest of the night for convictions. Oh, you won't be convicted for 3 or 4 months. So I said, here's my number. Call me if you see if he's convicted. So my Google Voice, I gave her those. She texts me, well, he's been convicted. I owe you a club sandwich. We already ate the second club sandwich. I'm here talking to Zoe and eating the club sandwich at the same damn time. Chloe, of course, on the radio. Woot, 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 he's convicted. Woot, 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 he's convicted. Well, it doesn't matter because RFK can still run. Now, if RFK can beat Biden, so be it. But you know what? I'm sitting here thinking, what the hell is going on in the world? Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there thinking, well, life is good, and good is life. So I tell Chloe in a text, in a voice message, you owe me money from last month and this month. I want my full amount. Oh, well, you're not. Fine, I said, conviction, 34-0. She's going to take the money out. There you go. It's all done, man. Money's in my account. Now I just got to contact Higgins to talk about what we need to purchase because Chloe said, buy what you want. All right, I'm going to. Meanwhile, Chloe's all doing a happy dance. Now the guy is going to be convicted. We don't know what the judge is going to do or say, but you know what? I was surprised when I found out it happened day 2. I thought they basically stormed everyone saying that there was going to be a holdout, but nope, 34-0. Apparently, the 2 lawyers on the jury basically had to convince the other 10 juries to go ahead and convict the guy. One of them like Trump's social media, so to me, I'm thinking to myself, what the hell is the world coming to? Yeah. So, Zoe's at home, where she's at. I'm here and I'm thinking to myself, I don't drink my water, sober up, because I've had enough beer already today. And then I'm going to go take a nap. And then when Higgins messages me, he'll tell me what I need to buy. In the meantime, I told Chloe, this is a kangaroo court. They're going to convict 34-0. I told her this. She didn't want to believe it. Zoe didn't want to believe it. Higgins didn't want to believe it. No one wanted to believe it. They said, oh, he's going to be not convicted. Really? Well, why don't you go look at the conviction charges right now? Yep. So, anywho. So, the plan is, yeah. So, Higgins emailed me, oh, just got back from travel. Good for you. Me, I'm completely tanked and blitzed. Even Zoe knew I was tanked. Oh, are you blitzed? Yeah, I'm hammered. You know what? 2 club sandwiches in me. The lady was very nice. I told her, yeah, my Philly cheesesteak sandwich exploded. She said, oh, well, you always trust us to make it right. Yeah, well, at least yours ain't going to explode like this one. She said, where are you? I was in the bathroom when it exploded. I was going to eat something. It might be poo infested. Yuck. And she's like, I wouldn't either. I'm like, yeah. So it exploded. The guy got a nice tip. Then the guy owes me money and beer. And then the owner owes me beer. And then this owes. And then I'm just like, whatever. Meanwhile, my friend tells me, oh, well, my $500,000 boat I just bought, I'm driving it up from Gig Harbor. Really? Then he tries to convince me to have Chloe share a room with him. You think Chloe's going to share a room with a crusty old bastard? Crusty old bastard? No, she's going to be like, nope, talk to the hand. So, anyways, so tonight's plan is, because it's almost 4 p.m., is I might take a short snooze. Even Zoe knows I'm going to take a short snooze. Because I can't function without a nap. And I drank too much, ate 2 club sandwiches, and I need to let the alcohol basically settle under me before I can act reasonable again. But tomorrow morning, I get to walk another 4.0 miles round trip because I got to go pay the bills, go to the library, go to the bank, go to the post office, and go home. And so he knows how that walk is. Oh, wow, there's this hill, that hill, that hill. Are we done? Are we done? Oh, yeah, are we done yet? Can we be done yet? That's Zoe when she was here. We're not done yet? No. So, and tomorrow's Friday night, which is prime rib night at Haley. So I might grab me a slab prime rib while I'm at it, get me some au jus, and eat it. And there we go. And I won't have to worry about Chloe or Zoe or Monday, manicotti night. Chloe's like, I get manicottis. Please do. I'm going to be in a wheelchair probably after 2 holes in my mouth from 2 teeth being extracted. So to me, I'm just like, And I looked up, I was going to tell Zoe today on the phone, maybe I should con them and say I have COVID so I can stay away from them pulling it. But you know what? Better to have it pulled and be done with the damn problem than basically deal with it. So, and if they want to offer the drill, no thanks. No drill for me, man. I'm going to be sleeping. They got to generalize me and put me to sleep before they use the damn drill on me. Otherwise, I'm getting up and saying, fuck you. So, I got 3 cans of this. Probably won't be using 3 cans for the next 10 days due to the fact I'm going to have a hole in my mouth. No chewing, no spitting, and no sucking in a straw. You'll get dry mouth or dry socket. Really, that's great. Dry socket. So I'm going to be enjoying the pain. So I'm not going to be happy. So the best course of action is take a couple ibuprofen and have a few beers and make sure I basically get home in one piece with Chloe will, and then she'll go back to the hotel. And she's got a private room for 2 nights with a full kitchen to make me and Paul some real decent dinners. Yeah, so manicottis it is, in Chloe's opinions. I'm like, oh, yeah, I got fresh manicotti shells still from Italy, so I was like, just use those, and we'll have manicottis. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, what the fuck am I going to do now? Simple. Sleep. So I'm like it's 3/4 and I'm like, okay, I'm about to go to take a snoozer. So, Zoe's like, I'm going to go lay in my bed and watch you. Well, go for it. If you don't comment, then I can leave early. Because frankly, I am really blitzed. Thank God Zoe knows me, though. She's like, oh, you're so funny when you're drunk. Yeah, well, trust me, I was funny today when I was drunk. I was watching the Cubs game going, there is no damn Brewers! Jared's like, oh yeah, the Brewers are there. I'm like, I don't want to hear it, Jared, just let me sleep. And he's like, oh, what's that? And I was like, what is this? He's like, oh, it's a dark ale. So it ain't a stout. And he's like, no. Pours me this sample, like a 5-ounce glass. I drink it. I'll take one of these next. Next, I was like, give me the bill. He's like, here you go. I was like, here you go, is your tip. He's looking at me. This is way too much. I'm like, shut up. You're gonna owe me some beer one, basically, And he's like, oh yeah, well, we don't think so well. He messaged me and said, oh yeah, convicted. 34-0. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm talking to Zoe. 34-0. He's been convicted. Now we get to see what the hell's going to happen in the world. Yep. So 34-0. I didn't expect it to be 2 days and they convict the bastard. But you know what? I say it out of love. He's been convicted. Now it's all over the news. Trump guilty on 34 felony counts. Now they're talking about sentencing process, what is going to happen. Let's see what they say about it. He can do probation, he can do community service when he's asked to pick up trash in the subway. And when anyone else in the position can serve prison. Well, a lot of people have been messaging me, give him prison. Yeah. I don't like that idea. Give him prison? Come on, dude. We shouldn't have him basically going to prison for it. But you know what? It's fine, Daddy. In the meantime, I'm going to put in a Mormon movie. And I'm going to go pass out for a few hours because I need a nap. When I get up, I'll game. And then tomorrow, I'm going to spend 4 miles walking. And I'm going to pay all the bills. And then when I'm done paying all the bills, I'm going to feel pretty damn good until Monday. Which means Chloe's going to make manicottis for me, Paul. Meanwhile, I'm not going to feel any damn feeling. Because frankly, I'm going to basically not be feeling anything. And I'm going to basically want to kill the damn pain. There is any pain after having those tooth pulled. So, June 1st, tooth pulled. June 3rd, Zoe comes to visit. June 2nd, be miserable in my bed all day. So don't even call me on June 2nd on Sunday. Otherwise, I am going to get through this. So in the meantime, preppers, people, your update has been given. Convicted. 34-0. I told you this was going to happen. They were stacking the deck against him. And now, we got to see what the judge is going to do. So in the meantime, I'm going to climb into bed and take a snoozer. In the meantime, I love all of you. God bless you all. And I'll let you know how it goes after my meeting tomorrow. When I have drinks tomorrow with a friend, I'll let you know how that goes. And then Saturday afternoon, I'm going to be complaining about a whole amount after the Novocaine or lidocaine wears off. I'm going to be not. So stay tuned for that. And then Sunday, it's going to be bad. Monday, I'm going to be taking the early ferry to go collect the ferry so we can go get Chloe. By then, all the bills will be paid. So Chloe's going to be spending 2 nights in Friday Harbor with me. Yeah, 2 nights with Chloe. Manicotti's on the table and Salisbury steaks. Can't complain. Or it'll be soft food after my tooth's been pulled. Or toothy's been pulled. Meanwhile, life is good. Yeah, and Zoe says, sleep well. You do the same, Zoe, because frankly, sis, you know as well as I do, I'm completely hammered. I mean, I'm hammered worse than a bag of hammers myself. I'm blitzed. So, anyways, that's what happens when you sit there and you try one flavor of each tall beers that are like this. And then you try them on, and then the guy says, oh, have you tried this one? No, what is that? It's a dark beer. Here, let me have a sample. Oh, give me one of those. Yeah, next thing you know, I'm walking around going home going, Then I run into a friend of mine. Oh, you want to do a movie? No, I don't want to do a movie. I want to go to sleep. Well, why do you want to go to sleep? I drank too much beer. Well, you shouldn't be drinking too much beer. Well, you drink too much vodka every night, so let me just go home and sleep. So then I walk along and I run into the drive-in. I was like, give me a milkshake and 2 club sandwiches. Your milkshake club sandwich. I get home, I'm like on the phone with Zoe, and I'm eating the club sandwiches. Literally eating the clubs fast as I can, thinking, let me absorb this so I don't have to worry. And sleep well says 8 beers, nap time for Madam Zoe. No, it's nap time for Madam Rita. Zoe's basically a secondary feeling here. Because Madam Zoe, of course, she didn't drink 8 beers. She basically went and got a sandwich. And then she went and came home and said, oh, I'm ready for a nap, really. Well, Madam Zoe also knows how blitzed I am. I'm going. And then Chloe gets on the radio, 34 to 0. What? And I didn't turn the TV on. Anywho, there you go, preppers. So, anyways, as Zoe says, 8 beers and nap time. Yep, it's nap time for me. So, I'm going to take a nap. So, please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback. Suggestions at the subscribe button. So, it's fun for your family, including your dogs, cats, bunnies, service dogs, service bunnies. The bell notification, thumbs up button, subscribe button. Keep the comments nice. All I ask. Thank you. God bless you and everything you do.